Hey everyone, it's Andrew with Radio.Cloud. Today I want to show you one of the additional tools that makes up our radio playout studio and programming suite. It's called Content Controller, and it allows syndicated hosts and content creators to hyper-localize and distribute show segments and audio files to affiliate stations, enhancing local brands up to 5 times per hour. And the idea behind Content Controller is to give hosts and stations a simple browser-based interface to manage show segments, add localization, and request reads. There's 4 main pages to Content Controller, and I just want to run you through them quickly today so you get a better understanding of how beneficial this tool is both to content creators and to local radio stations. This page is what the content creator or show host would use, and it's called the Syndicator Show Overview. The host would be able to see a map of their affiliates and a list of all those stations down here based on date in case there's different affiliates on a weekend versus a weekday. Depending on how the show is broken down, you can split these segments up hour by hour. If there are commercials included in the show, you would be able to see when all the commercials are loaded in as well. The most important part here is the show status. So you can see most of this creator's affiliates have downloaded the show, if not partially downloaded it. Some of those stations have not yet downloaded it, but they have the show segments distributed. If we skip ahead to a future day, and you can work as far ahead as you want as a content creator within Content Controller. Here's a day that has not been distributed yet, but all the show segments are produced and ready to distribute. Backing up for a second, you'll see that there's a little download button next to each hour for each station. That actually lets you download air checks and all of the files that are included for that hour, whether it's a show segment, a promo, or even a cue sheet like you see right here. The last thing to show you on this page is just how easy it is to send out segments at scale to your affiliates. All you have to do is click Network, check all of your affiliates, render and distribute, and that lets you send hyper-localized show segments and content around the country within seconds at scale. So that's the main part of Content Controller for syndicators. The other part is a page to allow show hosts to track their affiliates in terms of contacts without having to have multiple contact lists. This is a browser-based way to see, here are my affiliates by call letters, by market, by ownership group. I can even track contacts and then distribution information based on whether it's automatic or FTP or another method. All of that is available on one page. It's easy to add new stations and even remove existing or old affiliates. So that's the network affiliates list. Now, if you are an affiliate station, if your station is receiving programming from Radio.Cloud via Content Controller, then you get the Content Controller Affiliate Portal. This gives you as a station maximum flexibility to upload local imaging, jingles, sweepers, promos into a national show. The top part here is just some simple metrics by segment. If we scroll down to the middle part of the page, you'll see this local imaging box. This lets you as a station upload your own local imaging or jingles or sweepers and then control the rotation between what's actually uploaded and what is in the rotation for the show. These localizers get rotated into the national show segments every day or every week. And you can see right here on the playlist is an example of this KIBG jingle that's coming from this jingle rotator. The playlist here may look similar to you if you've seen some of our other videos before. It's basically mirroring the local playlist inside the Radio.Cloud automation and playout system. But the main difference is you have gray segment markers. Hour 1, segment 1, scroll down a little bit, segment end. Hour 1, segment 2, and on and on. Everything between the segment start and segment end markers is exported as one audio file or one segment. If it's a music-only show like the one we're looking at right here, it could be a 12 to 15-minute segment. If it is content only, then maybe it's just a voice track with a local element and it's just one or two elements. Either way, it works just as well with Content Controller, and it allows the syndicated host to upload as much localization per market easily and effortlessly as they choose. This is a localizer. The biggest hits of all time are on the Big 100. That is station specific. But at that same slot, every single affiliate has a station specific localizer. And then it goes into a network or a national voice track. This is the power of Content Controller and why we say you can localize up to 5 times more per hour and really make it sound like that show is originating from your studios. Down at the bottom here, you can set your cart numbers, file names, and delivery method, as well as looking and seeing to make sure that your uploads are getting through to Content Controller. The localizer portal is the last piece of this. This lets you create reads and promos and ask the national host to do those reads. It's up to the host, of course, whether he or she wants to do those reads. But rather than emailing the host and saying, here's some new local reads, or here's a promo read, can you do this? That gets cumbersome when a syndicated host has 50, 60, 70, 100 stations. We wanted to keep this localizer portal within the platform so that the syndicated host could have one place to look at all of those reads and choose what to do. You can create a read, title, start and end date and time, and type a script here. You could even use AI to give you some inspiration for ideas. But the idea is once it's saved, it appears here in the localizer portal, which the host would see. You'd see the call letters. You'd see the various reads. And the host would then be able to say, well, I want to record this one, or I don't want to record this one. And you can see, here's some talking points from this station. If the host says, let's record it, they can click on this microphone right here. It's going to open up a different page within the Radio.Cloud software with that same description, so you can still see it, with the title, and then you'll be able to see which station this localizer is for. It's easy to do, it's all browser-based, and it gives the affiliate to syndicator easy access, easy communication, and one browser-based portal to hyper-localize and to maximize localization at scale. So that's what Content Controller is, and it is something that we really feel like can change the way that the American radio market and other international markets as well handle syndicated content over the next 3 to 5 years. We feel like hyper-localization is the future, and we are here to tell you more if you're interested in learning more.